Good morning. Good morning. Like I have mentioned, that always like to start right away. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my message. And I have to be at work. So I know that you can watch this at a later time. But last week we talked about how the enemy having so much time with his destruction. Until his time is over, what do we do? And so this is the part two where I have felt strongly for a very long time. Every time I read my word, I just found something that really just got my spirit. And um, there's something that I have read over and over again, and I wish that I had more time to had. I wish I had put more time into it and studied it, but I started reading this book here, and it's so good. I really have been just really enjoying it and being ministered to, and I'm going to read a few things from here. But my title of my message today is Weeping. And I want to read just a few things that I've read on this book that it confirmed what had been in my spirit for a very long time to study on, and it's weeping. Charles Spurgeon, he was actually one of the, I guess, best preachers in his time, and he said once remarked that the best style of prayer is that which cannot be called anything else but cry. And I love that because that's when I first read that, and I thought, okay, I know what I strongly feel in my spirit to share. It just kept being confirmed. And I read this on this book in Galatians 4:19. It says, "My dear children, for whom I am again in the pains of childbirth until Christ is formed in you." And we know, us women know, the pain is real when it comes to childbearing. And then I love this. As I am the only one who gets embarrassed when religious leaders in America talk about having prayer in public schools, we don't even have that much prayer in many churches. And actually, that's not what I wanted to read. It's not had to do with crying. But anyways, but it's very important. It is very important. So, anyways, I wanted to share how there's something just about this message, something about weeping. And so what do we do until God answers us, or until the enemy stops? And I strongly feel like it's weeping. We need to weep. And there's so much power in women weeping, not just women but men. My husband always says a true man is a weeper, and he's a sensitive man. He loves, when he thinks about, especially about our grandbabies, he loves them so dearly. But I was thinking about the prophet Jeremiah. He knew the power of crying. Let's read Jeremiah 9, chapter 9, 17 through 19. And I should have saved here we go. I should have saved my spot just to keep some time, but I did it. Jeremiah, where are you? Here we go. Okay, Jeremiah 9. And this video is going to go a little bit longer than I wanted, but that's okay. 9:17. Okay, this says the Lord of hosts, considering all call for the mourning of women, that they may come, and send for skillful wailing women, that they may come. Let them make haste and up to a wailing for us, that our eyes may run with tears and our eyelids gush with water. For the voice of the wailing is heard from Zion. And there's actually women that was their job, is to really be in prayer and just cry out to the Lord. And so the reason why he sent out this war cry is because Israel had yet again fallen into temptation, and Judah fallen into adultery and captivity. So he knew that the nation was in trouble. So if you don't know what else to do, just cry. And not just a cry like you're just laying in bed and crying, but cry out to God. Send out a war cry to him. Psalms 34:17, the righteous cry out and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all of their trouble. Psalms 138:3, in the day I cry out, you answer me and make me bold with strength in my soul. Have you not ever felt so strengthened whenever you, after you had a good cry with God? I will cry unto God with my voice, even unto God with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. And it's so true. You know, I just feel like I thought that I had marked what I wanted to read in this book. Anyways, he was just talking about I lost it. Anyways, so he was just talking about how what moves God is just the cry of his children, and it's something so sensitive to him and so moving. But Lamentations 2:18, their heart cried out to the Lord, O wall of daughter of Zion, let your tears run down like a river day and night. Give yourself no relief. Let your eyes have no rest. And of course, we end with Jesus knew the power of whipping. You know, in John 11:35, it's actually the smallest scripture in the whole Bible. And it talks about when Jesus wept. So when he gets it to, when Lazarus' sisters told him about, about Lazarus, a couple verses before, verse 33, when Jesus saw her weeping and the Jews who came with her weeping, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled. So it's like, there's something that is so moving to God, and it's something so moving when he hears the cry of his children. And then, of course, in Matthew 27:46, about the 9th hour. What do we think about 9? We think about 9 months of pregnancy, which is actually 10. But I don't know why we got 9 months. It's actually 10 months. 40 weeks is 10 months. I know. I carry 3. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. I think I just said that incorrectly. My God, why have you forsaken me? He sent out a war cry, and then his last breath took, because that was the last end of the battle. So when the enemy comes to bring affliction and bring chaos, destruction, because the Bible tells us in John 10:10 that he only comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but God has come to give us life and to the abundance. And when he comes like a marching band in your home, know that he has only certain time to try to get you discouraged, to try to win this battle, but he can't. This battle has been won over 2,000 years ago. We know the end before the beginning. We already know the end of it. We know who we have, who is in us. And so that's all I have to say. And I think I kind of took some more time because I lost my spot, and I put some note thingies here so I can read them, and there's something that was so moving in here that he said, and now I can't find it. I guess it was just for me. So anyways, have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time on Hump Day Motivate. God bless.